Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel with me, Casterpen, and in this video we are going to go through 10 essential technologies that every player in No Man's Sky should get their hands on, and these are in no particular order. And of course, as always, there will be a bonus tech that we will talk about towards the end, because of course there always has to be a bonus tech. But No Man's Sky has a lot of technology, a lot of different ways that you can fit it all into your exosuit, your starship, your multi-tool, etc. So there might be some here that you already know, there might be some that you don't know, and there might be some that you disagree with and some that you do agree with. We are going to not talk about the technologies that every player needs, like the hazmat gauntlet, the advanced mining beam, for which you can't interact with half of the worlds if you don't have those technologies. The hyperdrive, everybody needs a hyperdrive, for example. If you're long in the tooth in this game, you probably do know about these, but if you do, that's fine. Just let me know the technologies that you would have put in here, or the ones that you think are important or useful for new players, down in the comments, and that will help anybody who is new who may be reading them. So the first one we're going to talk about is rocket boots. Now, rocket boots are quite good. I can't really get on without them anymore. When I start new saves, it drives me absolutely mad that I don't have them. And you can use these by tapping AA on my Xbox controller, even though I'm playing on PC. It will be similar for you on PlayStation, and I don't know what it is on PC. Double tap, and away you go. Just like that. You can jump off buildings, double tapping the A button and using your rocket boots. It can also be used in conjunction with the melee jump or the jetpack jump. So we jump with the jetpack, we land, and we press it once, and it fires us on using the rocket boots again and again. So a very useful piece of technology. So the rocket boots can be sought at the Anomaly with Iteration Saline, the exosuit research guy at the back of the Anomaly here. Going to research upgrades, and they are... Where are they? They are there. So you will have to get... Well, the jetpack, you'll probably have that anyway. And the rocket boots are underneath as an A-class upgrade. They are 200 nanites and will require a hydraulic wiring and some trinitum. So not too bad in terms of getting those fitted. Definitely worth it in my opinion. Let me know what you think, if you use them or if you don't like them. And the next item on my list is the economy/conflict scanners. So two in one here. Economy scanner and conflict scanner. Now sometimes you will find these already fitted in a ship if you buy it, or if you are lucky enough to find a crash ship with it already fitted in, etc. I found some of these in some Sentinel ships that were crashed, but generally speaking you do have to get them from the Anomaly. But they are very, very good. Very good indeed. The economy scanner, not only does it pick up the economy in the galaxy map, so if we go into the galaxy map here, we open up the area that we are in, it will say economy there, and it will say power generation 3-star economy. If we go to a different one, let's go to this one down here, it's a 2-star mining economy. The race is Korvax in this one, so it will give you that information. Obviously it says mining, sell, buy, and sustainable. What does it say in this one here? Sell, buy, and booming. So my current location on my pen system is actually a booming economy. So it's very ideal that you get the economy scanner. Not only will it do that, if you go into your drop menu here and you go into the little wheel which is utilities, you'll find the economy scanner, and you can search for nearby trade events. So we can search for an outpost, or we can search for trade searches. So if we search for an outpost, it'll give us an outpost detected, and that is... Oh, it's down there in that corner. On that planet there is a trading outpost there we can go. And generally speaking, when you go to a trade outpost, you can get more money for your buck, or more money for your items at trading outpost. It can also search for trade surges in different galaxies, different systems. So if we go into the galaxy map, we'll actually pick up a trade location. Trade surge detected there. So if we go to this dissonant system, we can go and sell our items for much more money than we normally would be able to. Now, the other one I mentioned is the conflict scanner, and the conflict scanner is very, very good for finding conflict systems. So if we go into the galaxy map again, there's a filter option where we can press down or up, and if we press down twice, we go into conflict, and it will show us in red all the stars that have conflict. So this one is critical, this one is dangerous, this one is alarming, got another critical one there. It's high conflict there, and as you can see, it will give us the information at the bottom. It will also help us find outlaw systems, if I can find one. Pirate controlled. So it will tell us, using the skull there, that that particular system is pirate controlled, which means we can go and get some nice different items like repair kits, etc. from a pirate controlled station and system. We can go and destroy freighters and still lose standing, but we'll be in a pirate system. Or if you want to be a renegade, live in a pirate system, you can do that as well. So conflict scanner, very useful there for finding pirate stations and areas that are at war. So if you're looking for a dreadnought freighter, that's one good way of trying to search for it. So if you're not lucky enough to find the economy and conflict scanners in a ship that you find or that you buy, Iteration Hyperion within the Anomaly has both of them. If we research the Starship upgrades, and look, I don't even have the conflict scanner brought, simply because I found it within a ship and I put it into this one. So the conflict scanner will cost you 375 nanites, but it will require a Walker brain and a wiring loom. Wiring looms you can get from stations. They're quite, they are expensive really, but they are not unattainable, so you can get them from the space station. The Walker brain, you are going to have to kill a Walker, a Sentinel Walker, level 5, to actually get the Walker brain. Or I've actually got a lot of Walker brains from frigate missions, sending them out on missions, and they come back with a number of Walker brains. And then the economy scanner, that is going to cost you 150 nanites, not 250, 150 nanites, and it's 5 microprocessors and 1 wiring loom to fit. Next on our list is the scanner room, part of the freighter base parts. This little scanner room here means that we can hop into any system, bring our freighter in, or hop into the system from the freighter itself, and then we can activate the planetary probe, and it will highlight all the planets without us having to go and land on them or scan them all. And then we can upload them from here as well, and it will be part of our upload. To get 33 nanites for that small little bit here, but we can upload them and say that we have discovered them. So scanner room saves a lot of time, especially if you have bases in your freighter, or you like to use your freighter a lot and you don't like to scan planets often. The scanner room is a very good piece of equipment in my opinion. We go to the upgrade control panel in the freighter, and if we go to base parts and upgrades, the scanner room is in here, and it is worth 1 frigate module, and it's silver, gold, and an ion battery to construct, so not too much in terms of resources either. Definitely something I think every player should have is the scanner room. The other thing that I use quite a lot is the orbital exocraft materializer for the freighter. Again, the frigate module, but this allows you to summon any exocraft that you're in the system. So it allows you to summon any exocraft in the system that your freighter is in. So you don't need to constantly put down those geobays. You don't need the materializer that you have to sort of carry around with you. You can just put it in your freighter, summon your freighter into that system, and the materializer will allow you to summon any of your exocraft. Where is it in here? I don't think I've actually got it because it came with the freighter. There it is. It's worth 1 frigate module, orbital exocraft materializer. It's 60 gold, 50 ionized cobalt, and 3 warp cells. So not too bad in terms of resources to build either. So as you can see, I actually got it in this freighter when I got this freighter. So I don't actually have it unlocked because I don't need to, because I've already got it as part of the base. The next thing is the cargo probe scanner deflector. So we can deflect this, and the incoming cargo probe has been scrambled, so we are clear to proceed. We can do that for pirates when they scan us as well. It's actually called the cargo scan deflector. My apologies. It is part of the starship. There it is, and we can actually jump into the quick menu, go to the deflect cargo scan whenever they scan us, and we don't just have to do it once. If it fails, we can just hit it again and keep hitting it until it works. And it is a very good piece of equipment. So just like the economy and conflict scanners, you can find the cargo scan deflector with Iteration Hyperion in the anomaly. Sometimes, again, you will find it on starships. In fact, I obviously found mine on my starship, or a different starship I had, and put it into my current Sentinel ship Reborn. And because I haven't got it, it's 600 nanites, but trust me, it is worth it if you constantly get those. If you're carrying passports or even storm crystals or anything of high value, those scans come across, you can deflect them. It's definitely worth getting this. It is counterfeit circuits, 2 of those. Get those from pirate stations. Solar mirrors, not too bad to create, and platinum 220, again found in asteroids, so that's not too bad in terms of resources either. I suggest every player needs one of these along with the other 2 scanners. The other thing I want to mention while we're here is actually the teleport receiver, another bit of fantastic kit you need before your starship. This will allow you to transfer matter at a distance, not too far, but at a distance from your exosuit to your starship. And even though the distance isn't too far, it definitely makes a difference, especially when you're fighting and you want to transfer items from your ship to your exosuit. So the teleport receiver will cost you 150 nanites from Iteration Hyperion in the anomaly, the starship guy. They also fit them to Exocraft, and that is also in the anomaly. We'll check that out in a moment. But there's also a matter beam, which has the same principle as the teleport receiver, only the matter beam is much stronger. So if you're in the same system as your freighter, you can transfer items back and forth from your freighter to your exosuit. Or if you're in your starship, so just making that, if you've got loads of storage in your freighter, which I have, and you hoard like I do loads of different items, you have access to those whatever system you're in if you've got the matter beam fitted as part of the freighter. It's 5 frigate modules. I only have 3 at the moment. I am working towards getting this because I think it's just such a good piece of equipment. The matter beam, definitely one worth having. The Exocraft teleport receiver is with Iteration Perseus on the anomaly. If we go into research Exocraft upgrades, look, there's the Minotaur radar array, does the same sort of thing. Then we've got the Exocraft radar, again does the same sort of thing. But these also, and there's the Humboldt one, these also allow you to find places on the planet, such as crashed freighters, buildings, cargo areas, and etc., abandoned buildings, all that sort of stuff. So quite good that we get those matter beams for Exocraft. If you are an extensive user of Exocraft, definitely worth it. Next on the list is the AI Minotaur pilot. Now you can buy this from Iteration Perseus, who we just saw, for 480 nanites. But if you have the upgrades, if you have the hard frame body, which you get doing the sentry missions as part of the I got it part of the settlement sentry missions, so you can get that there, and you get other hard frame items as well, which give you boosts, or you have the liquidator body, part of the new Liquidator 14 expedition. They actually have built-in AI pilots, so you don't need to buy the AI pilot from Perseus for 480 nanites, and you can turn this on and off by jumping out of your thingamabobby, your Minotaur Exocraft, going into settings and enable Minotaur AI, disable Minotaur AI. Now it's quite good to have the AI on if you're going to fight some Sentinels, because he will protect you. So let's fight this guy. Let's get some peeps in. There they are, look. He will come over and he will start firing at them, I hope. This is on permadeath mode, by the way, so Killing things is harder than normal, though. But there he is, flamethrowing stuff and taking some of the heat off you as you fight the sentinels. He's using a laser there. I have no idea why, but he is. And he is fighting them. Look at that. Oh, and the paint works now, by the way, in my Liquidator mech video. The paint wasn't working at the time. They've done an update, Hello Games, and now it is working. Look at him go. He's fighting them off for me, which is great. Absolutely great. Love that. So yeah, he does a job. He does a job for you if you want him to. Or you can just turn him off if he annoys you and starts getting in your way, etc. The next one might come across as obvious, but I do think it needs to be said, and that is the personal refiner. Every player needs the personal refiner. It's much easier than carrying around a portable refiner with you everywhere. We've got 2 here in the base, so you don't need to use these. And if you get the Mark II, which I have here, you'll actually have 2 slots, so you can actually refine 2 things into 1. Now you can get the personal refiner from Saline in the Anomaly. We love the Anomaly. You get everything from the Anomaly. Absolutely everything. It is over here. You must have the Hazmat Gauntlet first, but that only costs you 50 nanites. And personal refiner level 1 costs you 360 nanites, while Mark II will cost you 580. Magnetic resonator and quantum computer times 2 and 3 respectively, along with some ionized cobalt for the Mark II. Can be a bit annoying to get those 2 items, but you can find them from space stations. You can find them from buildings on planets that have the trade terminal within them, on trade stations specifically, or from general traders in space stations, or if they land on the planet. The Mark I only takes oxygen and chromatic metal there, so that one's quite easy to fit. But the Mark II is definitely worth it, guys. Definitely have that personal refiner. It's so much easier if you do. It just makes the game a lot easier, or at least refining materials a lot easier. Next on the list is a fairly new one to the game, a fun one to the game, and one that I like very much, and that is the Aquajets. Excuse me there. And the Aquajets allow you to land on water, which makes traveling on water very, very easy. Traveling in water, because you can go and explore and you don't have to run back to land to go get your starship. And it's nice and easy to explore underwater and then get back to your starship, because look, it's just there. It's floating on the water. You can just get straight back in. Lovely stuff. And the Aquajets are 240 nanites from Iteration Hyperion. I mean, look at that. That looks so cool, doesn't it? Really like that. Really tranquil water look. Beautiful stuff. Definitely get the Aquajets just to make life a lot easier for you if you're exploring underwater. Just makes such a difference. Just before we get to the last one, we'll get the bonus one out of the way, and that bonus one is the Indium Drive for the Starship. That's the Emerald Drive. There it is, S-Class there, Indium Drive. Now, Indium Drive, Hyperdrive upgrade for blue systems actually allows you to go to all the coloured stars, so whether it's yellow, red, green or blue, so it allows you to go to all of them. That is the best one. It will cost you 200 nanites in the Anomaly with Iteration Hyperion. You will have to get the Cadmium Drive first, then the Emerald Drive, which will cost you this roughly the same amount of nanites, a little bit less maybe, I can't remember right now. And the Indium Drive will be next. You can get rid of these two after you've got the Indium Drive, but these actually give you a little bit more range in terms of warp drive. And if you can look at my hyperdrive range there, it's currently 14,062.1. If I take this one out, the Cadmium Drive, it will drop by a little bit, 1451.9. So it drops by a tiny bit. Worth it? I think so, because you can also get S-Class upgrades. I've actually got A-Class here. I need to get some S-Class upgrades for my hyperdrive, but to be honest with you, these A-Classes and the other drives, the Emerald, Cadmium and Indium, have that they do me perfectly well. I mean, I've never had a problem jumping anywhere. Might be something I'll do in the future, get S-Class upgrades for the hyperdrive when I come across them, now that I have nanites and I'm collecting a lot of them. So the Indium Drive, definitely worth getting, not only for your starship but also for your freighter. So it's actually called a temporal warp computer, but it's basically the indium drive. And as you can see, there's the chromatic warp drive for green systems, and then there's the amplified warp shielding for red systems, so your cadmium, your emerald, and your indium for your freighter. Now I haven't got these, so I can only go to S-class to yellow star systems, the standard ones. I can't go there yet because I haven't unlocked any of these. It will take you 4 salvage frigate modules to get to the warp core resonator, which is a hyperdrive companion unit, and then 4 for the cadmium, for 8, Jesus Christ, 8 for the emerald drive, and then 12 for the what is essentially the indium drive for your freighter. There's some other upgrades here as well for it, so definitely worth getting these for the freighter when you've got enough frigate modules, because it does make it's going to make a hell of a difference when I'm able to bring this freighter into every single system. You can get all of the hyperdrive upgrades during the missions or the tutorial missions, but if you can't be asked to wait for them and you want the upgrades now, Hyperion has them here in his workshop, if you'd like to call it that. I have no idea how much they cost, to be honest. I think the indium drive is 200 nanites. I think these might be similar or just a little bit less. I'm not too sure because I've had them for so long. As you can see, I actually brought them from Hyperion. I didn't go through the missions because I did a fugitive run, and this has turned into my main save. So that's how I got them, and it's definitely worth getting those. If you are like me and you think making Starship fuel is not worth 1 metal plating and 40 dihydrogen, and you don't want to constantly buy them from the space station, because you don't have to constantly make Starship fuel if you don't want to. You can buy them from any space station. They're normally here. They're not here this time, of course not, because I want to show them they're not here. But generally speaking, you can buy them from space stations. You can get them from traders. You can get them from buildings that have the galactic terminal in. But generally speaking, I don't think they're worth 1 metal plating and 20 dihydrogen. It's just not right in my opinion. So the only other way to, if you had a normal ship, not a Sentinel ship, would be to get some uranium and put that into the launch fuel, or the launch thrusters, sorry, and use that as launch fuel, because it's actually very economical to do so, and uranium is found on irradiated planets and it's quite frequently available. However, if you don't want to do any of that, you can get something called the launch autocharger. This is my favourite thing in the world, the launch autocharger, because it refuels the launch thrusters automatically. As you are sat down doing nothing, it will autocharge the anti-gravity well in this case, or the launch thrusters in a normal starship. And if, you know, especially at the beginning of the game when you're forgetting to build launch fuel, or you don't have uranium yet, and you travel 10, 20, 30 minutes away from your starship, and you're like, oh god, I forgot to put any fuel in the launch thrusters, I'm gonna have to walk all the way back. The launch autocharger is just, it is just a lifesaver. He doesn't have any either. Jesus Christ. It is just a lifesaver, guys. It's 400 nanites from Iteration Hyperion. It's my favourite thing in the world. I just can't do without it now. It's just absolutely fantastic. Definitely one to get if you are like me and you cannot stand constantly recharging your launch thrusters or luminant or whatever this called here. Is it called? What's it called here? The anti-gravity well in your Sentinel ship. So there you go, guys. That is my list of 10+1 of essential tech every No Man's Sky player should have. Let me know what you think in the comments. What have I missed any that you think are more important than the ones I said? Is there any that other players should just know that I haven't mentioned? Let me know what is your favourite and what is your least favourite of the techs that are available. If you've got any value from this video, please leave a like. It helps me get the video out there. If you want more No Man's Sky content, consider subscribing. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.